whole thing, because then you interfering with the character of your hand-woven fabric. And that's not why you made all these efforts in designing and planning to then change it for close to a commercial fabric.
You would have to put another lining.
I thought what kind of stability to the garment, especially if it was a heavier type garment like you want?
Why would you want to stabilize it?
Helpful shape.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's personal choice actually. Because you can stabilize it. I brought here some samples. You can buy the fusing at the fabric land. The fabric wheels in Montreal. So fabric land, you can buy things. Actually, this is cheesecloth, and I fused it, and you can sew it to the facing. But then you can buy the real fusing and do that, which I wouldn't do it, but it's a personal choice. You want to stabilize it, you can. There are different weight of fusing. There are heavier, there are lighter, and there are woven or knitted fabric. What you have to do is you have to see the stretch in them, because this is not stretching this way, it's stretching this way, and this is your grain line on this knitted fusing. The other fusing is stretches a little bit this way and a lot the other way, and this is the same because it's just a pressed fabric. This is not so stretchy, but this is stretching a lot. This you can use to do that and to fuse the entire fabric if you would like.
I guess one disadvantage is fusing, because I mean I can see her in a heavy coat like that, it's fine. But one disadvantage is that I don't think that they go over drape with me. But I mean, you would have to put another set of lining. Well, the lining is not.
The lining is not
It's not the problem. It's just that you know how the fabric folds and things.
Yeah.
Well, you have a tube on it. So it's just, you know, so I mean, that would be the one, I don't know what you call that one.
Drape.
Well, drape, the drape of the fabric, so you say, well, the drape maybe the way you want it. You don't want it.
But it gives the stiffness to the fabric too, and it's changing to the character. Now let's say you go out with that coat and it rains. The fusing won't shrink, but the fabric will be less tougher because it's.
Is that what happens to that?
It's a fantasy project, somebody brought here. We don't know what happened. We don't know. Somebody named that on a card. But it was just an example of, the weaving is
If you
very
get
nice.
to the point where you're weaving something like this,
Somebody might want to do that.
I think you need a course in tailoring. Like I wouldn't go there myself. I would weave the cloth. I'm a weaver. I'm not a tailor. And I would do it. If I wanted to really tailor garment,
Right, I understand.
So would you use this on the seams? If you wanted to make this, your seam allowance on the inside, would you use this fusing on it to stabilize it? No.
The reason is that because it's going to stay there, and your front and back could be looser when you, after you sit or something, and your seam allowance is going to stay where it is.
Okay.
And you don't want to make it stiff when your seams. You don't
Follow your movements.
yeah.
Well, the garment will stretch slightly, but that will seem long, so you'll see a little bit, a little.
Did you make that coat?
There is a lot of handiwork is involved when you finishing and you sewing it together, because you want to look nice and you have to have a nice firm finishing. There are a few pictures here I can show, or maybe
But
when
isn't that what we're going to learn after we get our cloth actually?
yeah, when we're gonna get there, I will bring illustration about finishing, sewing seam allowances, because there is no need now.
No.
Okay. The other thing, when you start to plan your garment, and you have your yarn and color combination, and they decided if there will be stripes or no stripes, then you have to think, probably it's a little bit early, but you have to think about embellishment and how to finish it. This, I had a very small piece of fabric with this vest, and I didn't want to make a big hem, so I had this black watch ribbon, and I finished everything with it. And the bias on straight is good, but then I wanted larger here. You have choice again in fabric land. You can go and look for different like lacy finish, or just show that you can embellish it. But you have to look for it when you decided what kind of color you use. I mean, you can do panfish, you can do anything. Maybe you have some heirloom type of folkloric piece from your grandmother or earlier, and you want to use something similar, or I don't know. I'm trying. Of course, you can look for binding, which is cotton bias. This is cotton, but there are different fiber content you can find. You can use a little bit of decorative leather also, if you can find it. So you just have to go on hunting expedition and flea markets and fabric land and
You can actually
guilds
get
and
your own too from just fabric
yes, you
alone.
can make your own.
Oh, you've done that?
Yes, you can make your own. Depends what kind of basic thing you have, because I had this piping sort of thing from very back then, and you just braid it, and it looks nice. You can
Oh, yeah.
sew it on, and then there are always specials with some sort of little things, ribbons, and then this is velour. So you can buy a few rolls, and then let's see what can you come up with. And then this is again, it's like
Excuse me, wonderful. If you're going to wash your garment,
yes,
it would probably make sense to wash your binding before you put it on.
yes,
You know?
yes. That's why I'm telling you to think about it early and earlier when you have your color combination, to match it or not to match it. And then you have to, when you do your sample fabric on your loom, you could do this, the washing test or anything you think you're going to do to your garment. So I think I covered everything. These are examples for a loose weave. This is an acrylic yarn. Somebody gave it to me and I made it from. So it's just it's a summer night something, because it's not really warm, because it's a lacy weave. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's it looks nice, the color, the yarn was like that, and just to illustrate that for a jacket this would be too flimsy. And
Is that just a tad weaving? Is that just a tad weaving?
Plain,
Plain
that's a
weave?
plain.
no, the Swedish lace.
Swedish.
That's why it's has more holes, and the beating is not too tight, because I wanted to flow and to make like a really just to throw it on your shoulder. This is the reason I brought this is I made it on a table, a rigid
Rigid heddle loom.
yeah, that's what it was. Yes, I made it on a Leclerc rigid heddle table loom. I had a leftover yarn, and I like the touch of silk. And as you see, it's just the same, but I had a different ball of something. I think it was a mix of cotton and silk, but this is silk. And it shows, and it's not overwhelming, but it shows the difference, and it gives a character. And I didn't even have to do any other woven pattern, because that's, it's enough. So keep it simple. Keep it simple, because, well, actually it depends what you like. You can make it complicated, and you can keep it simple. This is a piece from Moldova. It's part of Romania now, but it's closer to the former Soviet Union. I mean, it's closer to Russia. There are people there in Kosovo. They keep their tradition. They weave traditional pieces. And when I was younger, I was collecting many things and met them. And this is one of this example. This I brought this because it's wool, but not the very nice and finest kind. you have to have a white, usually they wear a white underskirt. They have colorful sachet on belts.
Yeah.
They put this around them like this. They tie it, and then they do this, and then they can walk. And you have your underskirts anyway, and if they work, but this is basically a holiday-ish yeah. No, I'm trying to think if they, because when they weave and then we photograph, they all wear this one. So I wonder what they do when they are working in the garden and what, I don't think they use this around the house work. So, but as you see, it's simple and it's decorative, and the color combination, they use whatever they have. And you can touch it. It could be a jacket weight. It could be anything. You could examine the stripes, the decoration. So, and the way they finished the edge on the bottom.
Those little buttons down the side, or they just the
No,
fabric folds
it's just
out?
little loops.
Little loops.
I can show you, the shorter one is this pattern. So I go
Maybe
for a
one
copy.
thing to do would be for anybody who wants to just sort of show what their idea is, how far you got, and then maybe you give some help.
Anything, yes. Anything, ask me, I try to help,
And
and you're,
everybody can learn from what the other people are doing.
yes, and you are welcome to come and see the pictures, and you're welcome to, I try to answer any question, and then let's start it. All you need is,
I have a question. I have some handwoven myself, and been sitting around for years. These were silk caps that I dyed and spun, and the spinning has made it kind of a novelty yarn. I mean, it's not very consistent. In fact, from skein to skein, it's quite, I mean, you can tell it's not too consistent. So if I wove with this, I would weave, this would be my weft, and I would, you're looking a little skeptical.
no,
And then I think I would arrange it, if I noticed this was really thick, maybe I'd throw one or two of these, and then, I would arrange it so
Yeah.
it didn't look
but what would be your
blocks of
wall?
things. Well, that's what I'm asking about. I'm looking into that right now. And the only sample I have is this brassard. And I thought it was right at the beginning. Here it is, here. And we were looking at colors that might add a little more life to this. There is a bit of a coral that shows up in the thought. While Lisa and I were looking at it, we thought maybe the coral, or maybe even a mixture of the coral and this, whatever this is, because this is there's kind of a blue in there. But is it the right weight of fiber for the silk?
I think you want to make a blouse, right, Frank?
Well, I'm kind of changing it
Oh.
to just that same style of jacket.
Yep, she's got the same weight on the what?
But I don't have enough, I don't think,
She wants
for
more
war.
color though.
Yeah, I know, I'm just checking it with
The
the
lid.
natural, the big.
Yeah.
And then I guess these are silk too, but then I've got, so this is sort of textured already, and I thought, well, maybe I should have a plain
Yes,
for the,
definitely plain
Plain,
because it
yeah.
will enhance your uneven,
yeah.
it gives texture and it's lovely.
But what about the weight of this? Like, this is pretty fine compared to,
Double then.
would that be enough? Or should I look for a heavier?
Do you have any other?
No, there's no other silk.
But there's all.
But I'm going to contact a couple of companies and get their sample cards.
There is a company, Silkway or something at BC somewhere.
There's James Staff.
Silk Tree.
Silk Tree, yeah.
There's Kelly. Is your silk
This is
suitable for
pure
war?
silk?
Yeah, there's the
Well,
silk
silk,
caps, you
Some
know.
of the silk that I have would be, the glass stuff that I brought in, the really fine stuff, that probably is really strong.
Is all your silk natural color?
Well, I think I would
Oh,
want weaving
no.
silk. I don't want
No, I
yarn.
have some raw silk out of the truck too. How much in different solid colors.
I don't know if I have enough to do more than maybe even a vest or,
Yeah, I brought the silk.
I actually am going to figure out the yardage.
I might have to do shipment.
But the other thing is you can throw in
I'll bring in my
with your
big
weft
field
That's
in it.
right.
and just,
Yeah.
when you
Kelly, do
see
you
that
want
it's,
some help with that?
Oh,
you
no,
should
I'm
decide
fine.
early on, but if you see that you don't have enough, you can throw
Yeah,
in
yeah.
shots of
That's
something
why
else.
I want to get some more silk, because if I have silk work, I can maybe add it. to
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, and it's nice and heavy.
But I just wondered whether this is really heavy enough, or
If it's not,
whether,
you could double it.
and
two.
do you think 2 is even heavy enough?
Well, it would, this would show up more than this.
But which is what I kind of want, but I don't want this, I don't want it to be weft-faced either, you know, I want some,
Well, sample, the problem is if you sample, you're using up your silk.
well, I make very small samples, not on the loom, because I can't waste the,
No.
and then I did that quite successfully for some roll cloth that I made for fabric, so I know how to use
Now,
just very
I'm
little.
Looking at how this color
Mm-hmm.
is this.
Well,
I'm
I was
wondering-
thinking
yeah,
of a purple
or- yes,
too.
yeah.
My
Or-
initial thought was there is sort of a purple in here. Was that the purple might?
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Do the other samples come in colors or are they all in natural?
I don't know about cutting this too.
That's pretty too. Would you think, or do you think just the purple?
No, I would go with the purple,
Because she has some purple.
but it's
I
a
like
heavy,
color
I would like to, maybe a heavier one.
I
Or
think
she
so
could
too.
double this, or you could just try to find some different yarn in that color.
Right.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be silk, cotton.
No,
would work.
Well, I
that's
want
what
it
I'm-
to be-
Cotton and silk mix will
Do they
work
mix well? It
nicely.
won't make it stiff, eh? Because I want it
No.
to drape. you
No,
know.
no.
The
No.
stiffness
lots
will
of-
come on how
Well-
close you're setting.
Mhm.
The stiffness would come from how close you're
Yeah.
setting.
Yeah. Well,
Cottons have a lot more choices.
Yeah.
well,
And
if
it's
you
cheaper
think,
too,
if you think
yeah.
cotton is as good.
Yep.
Yeah.
The quality is gonna come from the silk, the
Yeah,
overall.
yeah.
material.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I don't want to spend a lot of money. And there's a much wider choice. Would
So
would
how
a
long did it
2/8?
take you to spin all this?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you know, I was into spinning and I just.
But it's
just-
lovely, I love
Yeah.
the
But
yarn when they have character, look.
Yeah, but you
Mhm.
will have to
Ooh.
not put one
No,
skein in
I-
and then once the other
exactly,
skein, you
I-
have to
yeah, I have to watch
intermix
that.
them
Yeah.
somehow,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that, yeah, it might be that I would throw 1, 2, 3, 4, because they're probably all
Because this one is
slightly
lighter
different.
a
Yeah,
little bit, so maybe
Yeah.
two together even. or-
No.
well, I'll figure that out. I know I have to do something.
Right.
And then
But
what-
I'm glad to hear cotton. Would an 8/2 cotton be, do you think?
I would use this for.
Yeah, 2/8 is good,
Yeah.
yeah. And then what are are you thinking as far as a garment?
What we have
Well,
here.
you know, what I got here,
So, this is bamboo.
this is my original plan.
So that would be pretty.
For my wool piece, which I've got done, and I thought I'd just do something very much like that again. The only thing is, I don't know if I'll have enough to put the sleeves in.
This is really, this is silk and
What
linen.
about a little
I'd like,
sort of cap sleeve? Simple.
yeah, no, I don't, it has to be a jacket. It has to be open at the front. Yeah, silk, I'll be too warm.
You could do the sleeve in a cotton and
Yes.
something else.
Or
Doesn't
you
have
could
to be
do
all of this.
3/4, I mean, you could do a, not so much sleeve,
Not so much.
yeah.
Yeah, and if, as you say, if I add to the weft with the warp
This
that I
has a
have,
similar character
I can
to
make
the-
more cloth.
See, what is this?
And is that strong enough for a warp?
I can't afford that.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, I mean, there's
It
ways,
would be difficult,
yeah,
but this is a color you can try to find.
yeah. I actually like the really rich purple.
And this
I
is,
like
this
the
is
rich
the,
color.
Yeah, weight
The
is
That's the
good,
weight,
yeah.
If you can find a way
It's
like
more,
that.
yeah,
But I
compatible.
think I'm gonna go, if you think cotton will do, I'm gonna go for the
Yeah.
cotton. Yeah, those are lovely, but, I mean, I would use that for weft, or maybe as an added,
You
If you want the
might even
sleeve.
get one skein of that, because that will extend how much you can make.
see that.
You wouldn't put it with wool.
silk and linen.
No, I want it for the summer, it's summery colors. See, I think that, I kinda like real color, I just really
likes
do,
color.
yeah. Yeah, but that's too wishy-washy for my color. I need a real, I'm Cirque du Soleil.
And what fiber is that, all cotton?
Well, anyway, ladies, what I think is, the way you
Oh, it's
start,
silk and linen.
the only compliments you're getting is for your work.
No, did you want that?
Yeah,
It's just made from a scarf that's sewn together at the back.
When I put these caps all over the deck and I put my feet, and it just went like this, I thought, I don't care what happens.
I like this.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Well, there is taps.
Did you just copy this?
Yeah, two.
And
Put it on.
Ellen would be able
Yeah,
to
that
tell
would
you
be
whether
better,
pencil.
because I'm thinking,
When you're, like you're.
you can add the
Well,
dots.
it's what happens, your shoulder warm, then all your materials going to.
And you can just picture on that side.
So.
Did you make that,
like you
Lise?
Pencil that.
But again, it's quite fine.
That is.
Oh, well, I think we're supposed to
Well,
do this
pencil here?
But
this is
that,
bamboo.
these are my.
maybe not, we'll see.
On you, it doesn't look okay?
Yeah,
I think, I think you don't have to do anything. You
I don't
can,
know if there is no shape in here, but it looks like there is.
Where? Anyway, I wanted to read it like this. This is my wall.
She knows, she's going to come to
this is your warp. And you want to,
Want to read it this way,
I understand,
okay?
Now, to make things a little more complicated, I wanted one color on one side and one color on the other side.
You want to double weave?
I want it to be reversed, not
Okay.
double weave.
Okay.
Reverse.
Oh, yeah, reversible.
So what
Okay. Just the tabbing. I may do something here at the bottom.
If you weave just a
Different.
tabby, how can you get it one corner on one side?
You're working with two boat shells,
Yeah.
and then you have one color in between. So you're keeping one color up
Yes.
and the other color down.
Like when you-
I've done it with
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many placemats, I should be able to do it with this. So I would do it maybe mix the colors here at the bottom, and that's that.
And how would you do that?
Then my two colors here, I mix them together, and here I keep them one on top and the other one at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
Miss,
the
which-
same color, like the whole thing is the same. You
This
want
is
the-
red, and this would be,
Whatever, blue, yeah.
okay, well, actually, it's rust. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
that. Then this is my yarn. You can drop it in. Thanks. This would be my warp. Rust on top and purple at the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
And then I would use for weft, purple. And I haven't found something to go with the rust, but it could be that too.
What an interesting color combination.
And for the, remember I said the tabby, this is my weft, this is my warp, and I need two colors. And so my burgundy is on top. So I would use this to separate the colors. Or that. I don't know which one yet. Or this, or that. But this is synthetic.
No,
I like this.
no.
Yeah.
With the text.
No to
No.
synthetic.
Use both.
That's gorgeous. But not with those.
And then it
More
gets complicated,
complicated.
yeah, because I need to use only one in between my tabbies.
Lisa,
We
are
could
you
change.
cutting your pattern, which way are you gonna place it on the pattern?
Like this. This is my weft.
This is your weft?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're
I thought
warping
it
it.
was your warp.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the
Warp.
warp.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
That's this.
That's the
No,
one.
that's the weft.
Oh, these
Yeah,
are,
but this is the warp.
That's the
Right,
warp.
this is That's the warp.
Right.
Okay. Why wouldn't this be the warp?
I'm sorry, this is the warp,
Oh, I'm
and this is the weft. These
You
are
see,
the
you
weft.
have to mark it down.
Oh, yeah, oh, I've been,
she knows what she'll do, she just doesn't know how she's gonna talk about it, that's all.
so not this.
Oh, yeah, I like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
that's
I
good,
do.
yeah.
I don't know how natural, I think it's a synthetic.
Well,
Mohair, wool, and nylon.
I'm sure it's a mixture.
But I-
Make
Well,
your
look.
sample and see.
It's 78
Yeah, I just
mohair,
saw that.
wool,
It's-
and nylon.
Oh, there's wool in it then.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was hoping to use these two, but I don't know if I have enough of this, because I really like this color too.
Yeah, I do too. That's
Well, I
really-
wouldn't put in gray.
No?
Waterloo County
And not
Crescent.
So
that-
then if it's
that one either.
reversible, the finishing isn't
Here,
issue
here.
because if you turn it inside out, you
Right.
don't want to see.
The finishing.
Yeah.
But I have an answer to that.
The finishing, I mean, you
seen-
have to be
Okay, there's a
binding,
seam
that's
here, there's a
why.
seam here, maybe, or
You
not,
don't
or
need it.
maybe over here,
No, only on the
There-
shoulder.
the shoulders.
You don't
There's-
Then you can bind.
Yes, and for the binding, I've seen
But you-
Like bias
a-
tape.
suede imitation
Mhm.
that you can wash.
It's very thin,
Okay,
and then you
That's
can do
both
the
flexible,
bias
so it-
that
Yeah.
way, binding. I
that's
like
a
that,
good idea.
but I've never used it before. But you don't have to fold it under, you know, some of the bias, you have to.
It's
No,
not
it's
always-
not raveling.
It doesn't ravel, so I want to use that.
And how you going to sew it on? By hand or by machine?
Oh, by hand.
I think by hand.
And here, I don't
You can
need
use-
binding
you can
here
use
because I want to fold it here
I
somewhere.
would imagine that. Yeah.
Just for more
Oh, yeah.
strength.
I think so.
Not mine.
Mhm. But you have to think about it, if you want to
Yeah.
use it both sides, then
You just might
how
have
you
be
going to
careful
do
with
this?
the needle
Right.
you chose to sew it with.
Put a decorative thing on the
Just
outside,
like this, yeah.
No, you can do binding everywhere,
just like hers.
just
Or
finish
just fold
it.
it like this. Look, this is just folded.
No, but
Look.
it's, see, I can see that it's a,
Yeah.
it's the finish.
The finish is
No,
not quite, yeah,
do probably a clean finish everywhere
yeah.
with a decorative, what you chose. That would be lovely.
Is that isn't woven, is it?
No, it's
That's
not
just-
woven, it's just finishing,
Yeah.
the reason of the finishing I
Yeah,
showed.
yeah, it's beautiful, I love that. Black
And you
watch.
see, when you have a lining, I have one, yeah,
You
and
tuck it in.
you don't even have to sew it with a sleeve, because you just leave it out. You
Yeah.
fix it and stable,
Yeah.
stitch it to the side,
Right.
but it's, you leave it. And here,
Oh, yeah.
this is like not really a constructed vest, but something close. Yeah.
So Lise, what is the pattern that you would use to
Tabby.
make two? You'd use a tabby,
Just tell me.
and how do you get one on the, one side and one on the other side?
It's like,
Yeah.
if, it's hard to explain, but if you, how do you explain it?
Well,
Ellen?
in tabby one,
It's a wrap, sort of.
Yes.
You alternate your work designs.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's done it.